Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and this is the Board Game Blueprint. This week we're going to talk about action point selection in games, or games that allow you to perform different things on your turn, different actions, based on point values that are assigned to you either asymmetrically or, well, the opposite, symmetrically. I have two examples of games. I would normally have three, but just realized I lended one out to my little cousins. So we'll be discussing two, again, different games that use action point selection in ways that challenge players in a good way for an engaging and exciting experience. So let's go check out the table next door and see what we've got. In The Captain is Dead, a game started by Joe Price and finished by none other than the game crafter's J.T. Smith, players are stuck in space as their ship's jump core, has been destroyed or in disrepair based on certain anomalies and alien encounters. Players together, collectively, are trying to repair the ship based on the engineering ability of their team, their skills and such, to put out the various fires on board. The cool thing about The Captain is Dead is that the game is asymmetric. Though all players have access to the same actions, their roles, the specific characters that they're playing as, may have certain benefits that afford them extra things that they can do or extra skills that allow them to take on some of these other risks head on. So let's jump through the shared actions that everyone has. On this reference card, we can see that each player on their turn may move up to 2 spaces, kill a hostile alien at the location, as they may jump on board, carry another player 1 space, so moving at half the speed, give a tool or skill, or tool, to another player at your location. These are going to be important as I circle through the board just to kind of show off what we can do in each of these different rooms and such. Or you can take a skill or tool from another player at your location. So in this way, these actions allow players to really interact with each other in such a great way that they can maximize as best as they can their given turns. Now I'm going to show you a player card and kind of break down what all the information is. In the top left corner is the initiative. Generally, each game, you're not allowed a player of the same color so that everyone knows which order the turns take place in. As per Stratego rules, the lower number is always going to be the player to go first. So it helps if you're sitting around the table in the said order, but if not, you can always look at this top left corner. The left-hand side tells you how many action points each player is going to receive on their turn. In this example, all players have 4, but some players may have more, 5, or less, 3. On the top right corner, we can see a card icon with a number inside, and that tells us how many skill cards we're allowed to hold. So as we can see here, these are going to be a little bit more asymmetric, there we go, across the player roles. And lastly, on the right-hand side are skill benefits. I forget what the game term is, but generally, each of these characters is going to be more versed in specific categories of skills based on their teachings or whatnot. And lastly is the fully asymmetric ability here in the text. So we can read here for the chief engineer, when repairing the jump core, which is, again, what the players are trying to do, the end-all be-all of the game, you may do so for 1 less action. Normally, if we pan back down to the jump core, we can see that it costs 2 actions and 5 engineering power to move the bar up 1 level. Once we get it to the top and engage, the game is won. But until then, it's a pretty costly thing to do. A lot of time and saving or managing of resources to make that happen. But again, the chief engineer can do so quite a bit more easily. The weapons officer can fire the torpedoes